Thanks for staying with us. So very recently, we saw a video that was quite disturbing of a little boy drinking, I think it's a Radler's beer bottle. Yeah, beer, I mean, yeah. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, why is this child? He's probably, what, 6 years old, you know, and then obviously someone that looked like a mother or a guardian and an adult, 2 adults were right behind him dancing. And I was shocked, personally. But then when I shared with other people, they would say, oh, certain parts of Nigeria, they give their children alcohol, it's normal. And I'm thinking, where was I? I never heard this. This is my first time. And I just think it's something we should have a conversation about, especially because lots of teenagers, so this young 6-year-old who grew up to be teenagers and then start all these vices. So there are more vices. You know, we have one, there's a sex tape that leaked recently. There's more of a ritual killing. You want to get rich because you want to sustain that lifestyle of the largesse, you know, drinking alcohol, the big houses, you know. So these are the foundations of some of what we see today. And sometimes if we don't talk about it and hear people's perspective on maybe on options and how to do it, we might not have a way forward. So let us hear your thoughts on this, and I'd like to hear the thoughts of the ladies. Where did we get it wrong, and how is it normal? Is it okay for children to have alcohol?
Obviously, it is wrong for children to take alcohol, and I think that people don't understand. So let's just first start by the fact that let's educate people. Why is it wrong for you as a child, or for you to allow children to take alcohol? Because I've been in a party where someone drinking alcohol and a child comes and he wants to take the drink, the canned drink, and they say, oh, let him take a sip. And the reaction was, hello, this is not a sign of showing love.
To the child.
The research has it that it can damage a child's internal organ, brain development, if they are exposed to alcohol when they are small. So it is not a sentimental or marketing gimmick. Children shouldn't take alcohol. That's it.
So let me just go to your basic Google. You know, it tells you that alcohol is a depressant that affects the brain by causing the brain to slow down. Alcohol can affect your child's brain, which continues development into the early 20s. Alcohol can negatively impact on your child's problem-solving skills and performance at school. And it says that alcohol depresses the central nervous system and causes low blood glucose. Children who drink alcohol can have seizures, coma, and even die.
So I'm calling out the adults that were in that place. There's the woman dancing beside him who may have been his mom or a guardian. There's another woman that joined her. And then the person taking the video. I know it was good to sort of highlight what was happening, but at any point in time, did that person call out the mom?
Or take the alcohol?
Take that alcohol from, well, maybe you're not allowed to talk to the child directly. Call the person in charge of that child and say, this is wrong. Your child should not be taking alcohol. And there should be a right for an adult to even take alcohol away from a child. I mean, it was so shocking.
So let me hinge this on ignorance and a lack of understanding.
Absolutely.
However, whether you are ignorant or not, you will still be judged for your actions. And every action has its consequences. The villages that I know growing up that they used to give, you know, the children a little bit of alcohol. It's not like they allow them drink bottles, but they just, it's a way of life for that particular area. Just, you know, put a drop in the child. They are doing it because they do not have the understanding of the effects of alcoholism and alcohol. We see how adults behave when they are drunk. When you drink, your senses are suspended. Do we want our children to suspend their senses when they are supposed to be developing those senses? I like the fact that we're discussing this topic today for people who are not aware to become aware. But it's also on us to, you know, look out for each other. Society to look out for each other. Those days growing up, if you misbehave as a child, a neighbor will pick you up, cane you very well, and drag you home. They will be asking, Onye Mungonye. That means, who gave birth to this child? They will not allow you misbehave outside and bring shame to your parents.
It's a very difficult thing to speak about in even 3 hours. But I'll say this. The beginning is establishing authority. Establishing authority, establishing order in the home. And knowing when to start training children to recognize authority and order. I've often said to especially young parents that it's very disheartening when you come into a home and you visit them and you say, oh, please, can you put on the TV? They say, Junior has broken it. A Junior has done this. Or you look at the table is bare. Oh, they had to clear it because Junior, Junior is this. And I say to myself, the Junior is just about 3 years old. And at that time, Junior is already in control. It's already the authority. And that is where it starts. Children must be taught authority. I was told many years ago, I don't know if it's still true, but they said that, you watch all these wonderful Alsatian police dogs that are trained. And someone said to me that, do you know that the intelligence of that Alsatian dog is not higher than the intelligence of a 2-year-old child? And that tells me that a lot of parents, especially modern parents, grossly underestimate the intelligence of the children and the ability of the children to conform to training or to instruction. And we just end up bringing up children. First of all, we treat them like toys. We treat them like babies. And then, of course, in these modern days, when we are all so anglicized, so westernized, we think it's a great thing for us to ignore those boundaries. So I believe that first things first, in the home, the children, without compromise, must be introduced to order.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.